Dude,
Yeah. Where are you at?
this is my real house. This is all of this. I redesigned my room. I'm hanging up on you too.
So what's it called?
Wait, talk
Forgot
again?
that we were on
Oh,
the
there
call
you
too.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Wait, we on. What are we doing again? Oh yeah. Welcome everyone to the Philosofools podcast episode 3.
Episode 3. I like the lighting in here better, even though it's an tacky ass car.
Do you know it's like only focused on you and it like blurs out the backgrounds?
Oh yeah.
You should. Oh,
Forgot it
okay.
does that.
That's cool. Are you in a car?
Yeah. I was gonna do it from somewhere else outside, but the lighting, it's not that evening glow yet. It's still a little bit too bright for that.
Yeah. Or you can just set up a room like this. Like
Yeah.
this very real background, as you can see.
And you like move too quickly and it starts pixelating. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So it's been a while. Too long, one would say.
Yeah.
And I
Like
still
two
have your little fucking
2 weeks or so. I forgot about
jellyfish
that.
thing, yeah.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
It's amazing. I love this thing. Gets
Yeah,
me.
those are nice. I used to just like do this instead, and then I think I got that like 8 years ago.
So because Reed and I prepare so well, we're
Mhm.
using the free trial of Zoom, which has a time limit,
Yes.
I think of like 40 minutes. And
Mhm.
we're gonna have to do a quick episode. But that's
I
okay.
think I lost
Every
you.
time is gonna be better.
Yeah, I lost you for a quick second there.
It's all good. I think the recording probably caught all that very important information.
Um,
Oh yeah,
how
pretty rough.
does it say my connection's okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Hmm.
dude, it's been raining here like constantly. My internet's been crap in the bed.
Yeah, here it's been okay. I'm in the garage and I forgot how inconsistent the internet in here is. Um, I said I like the lighting in here, but I don't know.
I think it
Maybe
looks good.
yeah,
Oh, now I know where you are. Do you have my little
yeah, in the garage.
in the garage? Yeah, it's a little choppy, but
Yeah,
it's
I
all
got
right.
that.
We'll make it work.
Um, there's where
It
I
looks
put.
like I'm underwater right now when you open your
Yeah,
eyes underwater.
let me go. It's not that comfortable out here, and there's too many distractions to look at. So let me go in the basement real quick.
So what you been up to, Reed?
Integrating.
Since you got
Been
out of the
integrating.
can.
Yeah. Since the got out of can. All right. So let's try this. So, not great lighting. I don't like the lighting behind. Might have to make do.
Our podcast is
So
uh,
yeah, just been the production is like
it's top
insane.
notch.
Here,
We
I
had
have
a
an
we
idea.
have a $200 million budget, and this is what we did with it.
Yeah,
White backgrounds.
200 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't too bad.
Nah, this is better.
Yeah,
I think when you move around a lot, then it starts to like chop up, kind of like my hand does right here.
yeah.
You try to
Looks like a
fist
little
bump.
nub.
Do that fist bump.
Yeah. Well, here it's fine because it's weird whenever it's inverted.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, because like it's going into opposite directions. Like
In Jersey,
I'm
we fist
doing
bump
this
so
with my
hard,
left.
it literally like it's light speed. That's why you can't see it.
I'm hanging up now.
How was
Um,
your Jersey experience when you came here?
my Jersey experience was wonderful. Got a lot of fun stuff. I forget this is where I sit whenever I'm in class.
That's the best spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like it because I feel like the lighting it's the most because I don't like the lighting with, like, white light bulbs. I like whenever they're tan, but with, like, white light bulbs, I don't like it whenever it's, like, straight on me. It just the light feels too strong. It's almost like whenever you're in the gym.
Yeah. No, I feel
So, if that was tan, it'd be a different story 'cause then that mimics that glow a little bit more, the evening or morning glow.
I feel like I really should
So,
I should get some of those like orange shades for like that fluorescent lighting because it always messes with me. I notice and it kind of gives me
like, blue
anxiety.
light?
I don't know if it's blue light. Is that what it's called?
I don't think so. I think blue light's a different thing. I don't know.
It's like that really powerful
No,
light
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
in
don't
those
like
big
those lights
stores like
either.
Walmart. Yeah, it just
I
throws me
don't
off.
like them. Yeah, it doesn't I just yeah, I don't like them. They're really hard on the eyes in general.
They're also like it's not necessarily my eyes feel strained. I just notice I feel a little like semi not off balance, but I feel a little more like
Yeah.
dizzy sort of.
Your equilibrium is all
There's something
it's got
about it,
some
like, every
weird
time I went into King Soopers in Colorado or, like, I go in the shop right here, or, like, Walmart or
Yeah.
Target, I just like, I'm like, "Man, I would never wanna work at these places again just because of this." You know, it's just so powerful.
Yeah, it's almost like well, we were at the day center for 10 hours a day, and even they have the same lights, but even those lights are so high up and they don't have a ton.
Those didn't really seem to bug me much, but maybe it's because that place made me feel crazy regardless, just
Yeah,
cool
so
environment.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Trying to get
second
this
that.
video out of us at Seaside. We got a Jersey Shore
Yeah,
video coming out on my, main YouTube channel, Globetrotting.
yeah,
And Reed and I, we take a quick trip over to Seaside Heights, and then we take a tour of the Jersey Shore house. We also run into Danny from the Shore Store, and
mhm,
oh, the dog. The dog isn't. What's the dog's name again?
Bentley.
Bentley's in the building.
I like Bentley's in the building. I need to put my meds away because I have a whole pile of my, medication over there.
Medications.
Yeah. So, I mean, shoot, right now it seems to be doing pretty well. The recording thing's there, which is nice to see. So I think this would work pretty well.
Yeah, it'll
Um,
be okay as long as we can do get a decent connection going and like it's not
yeah,
too choppy and we can just go as long as we want because this is gonna eventually it's gonna show up and be like you have 10 minutes left. Yeah, see
yeah.
it's 40
Mhm.
minutes at the top left.
I think it shows up for you. Maybe it would maybe show up for me too, but I'm
I think
on
it'll give
mobile.
us a heads up at least. But
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been different, dude, living at home.
it's so melancholy.
It is. It's
It's bittersweet though,
it's
because it's
different.
like it's weird. I don't want to say like I've been in a better mood since I moved back, but I really have just because like the stresses of life have not been weighing on me.
Yeah. Mhm. I think that'll end for me once I get all my direct hours. I think that's my biggest thing right now. That's the biggest stressful things that like I'm still relying on I'm like applying to places right now and it's like why is your process this hard still? I'm not you're not even this isn't even a paid position.
Yeah, I started writing things
So
down more just because I know
yeah.
I can't. I feel the most stressed when I got like things piling up on me. I mean, that's
Oh
probably
yeah.
not atypical, and just feeling like you're working so hard and all your efforts are just going into a machine and paper shredder. It's just that's never a good feeling. So,
Yeah. Speaking of which, how's that the place you're working at?
oh, the pizza joint, Frank's.
Yeah.
They want me to make a video for them. No, it's dope.
Yeah.
It's easy. You know, I'm just. They told me not to come in today. Weirdly enough, he's just like, yeah,
I
take the
was wondering.
yeah. So he just had me. I was supposed to be there right now, but I'm like, whatever, man. I'll take Saturday night off and I'll work on my video because I want to get that video out by tomorrow at least. I've been saying, you know. I'm really trying to commit to this. Same thing with the Philosofools. Like I want to have, you know,
Yeah.
because you're right. You were saying before, like we have to just do it. You know, just even if we're not in our best mood, sometimes that can make
Yeah.
material to look back on. It might be
No,
cringy, but
exactly. The thing too, and this actually plays into Philosophies a lot. This is kind of like a neuropsychology kind of thing that whenever you're feeling least like basically creativity goes up whenever you're feeling like not as ideal, like depressed. Like whenever you're feeling sad, creativity is actually higher than it is when you're feeling good. And I think that's like a mechanism of your brain because whenever you're not feeling great, that's typically when your brain is like trying to troubleshoot, okay, why am I feeling this way? And so you're more likely to be creative
and
whenever you're feeling shitty.
us creative types are more like in survival mode, like, okay, I have to get something good out there that I feel good about. So
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, like you said, troubleshoot, your brain's just like, all right, man, do the best you can do right now, just
it's
so you
weird.
feel better.
Yeah, but because our brains play tricks on us because it's like it's something you least feel like doing, but often episodes or anything that you produce is I don't know how true this is, but like based on that, what I just said, I feel like whatever you pop out content wise, probably generally a little bit better whenever you're not feeling great as opposed to whenever you're feeling good. Because I feel like whenever you're feeling good, you're more likely to be lackadaisical on certain things and not as perfectionistic and not as like pushing the envelope and the boundaries of what could be as opposed to being in a sad mood and like okay well like it just makes sense.
Well, that's another thing is like when I'm starting to do learn more of like the SEO on YouTube and what how people format their videos, but I also want to keep it authentic. So what I do
Hmm.
is, all those YouTubers, it's like the "What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jabroni" or whatever the fuck. And
Hmm.
I'm doing that in the beginning, like I'm doing a little teaser, but I'm not quite doing that. But I'm also kind of making fun of it, like I'm satirizing it in a way, but I'm also kind of keeping the little bloopers in there because I'm like, it's funny. People want to see that in between takes guy,
Hmm.
That's the authentic.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's like what your buddy said, like don't like be the dude in between scenes.
Yeah. Straight
That's
up.
like that authenticity. It's you can't fake authenticity. I feel like people will be able to pick up on those themes.
Yeah. Because when you meet these people in real life, like I don't want to, if and when this channel takes off, which, I'm going to work hard at it. So,
Yeah,
hopefully it's just a matter of time, but, or it's a gradual incline, whatever. But, I feel
that's
good
usually
about
how
it
it
right now.
goes.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't want people to meet me in person and then they're just
Yeah,
like they're expecting this fucking persona where he's just like,
that's
"Hey,
too much pressure. Yeah,
Mikhail."
yeah, that's too much pressure.
It's just
Then
stupid.
you'd like
Like,
talk
nah.
yourself out of doing it if you can't be authentic.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not who I am. I'm not gonna just be like one of the I don't wanna name drop, but like just one of those jackasses that's just always just on
Yeah.
the problem is like I do have that weird toxic positivity where I'm like, "Oh, if I'm in a bad mood, maybe I don't wanna do like a video because I feel like it's gonna like resonate with the audience and they're gonna feel bad or they're gonna
I think
feel
we live in a
like,
very sad society to where that would probably be more beneficial than not. It's almost like whenever whenever I'm in a I don't know, I was gonna mention something, but I kind of lost
a good point. That
it.
was a great story. I felt like I was there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was gonna say like sometimes like if I'm in a depressed mood, like I go for like, especially with music, like, I could always tell, like, earlier today, I was, listening to Slipknot in the gym and just, like,
Oh, yeah.
more aggro music, and I was just, like, every time my mind gravitates towards something music especially, I always know feeling antisocial, that can be a little bit, deceiving of what the underlying thing is, but music, what I gravitate towards music-wise, that's always a telltale of what's going on internally.
It's totally got like for me, I didn't even realize it until it happens and the sun comes out, like how much the weather has an effect on me. Like not
Absolutely.
necessarily like I'm emo and depressed when
Mhm.
it's gloomy out like it is now. It's been like London weather the past couple of weeks, but
Yeah.
um, occasional sunshine, so I'll be able to go outside and get some sun and feel good. But like I notice I start feeling more like, oh, I want to listen to like Radiohead and Oasis and all this, you know?
Radio for, like, what mood? Depressed?
Kind of like just kind of that like rainy
Grungy?
just that like rainy like sorrow sort of like just kind of it's kind of sad but a little like a little hopeful. Like I don't really know how to describe it. It's melancholy, I guess.
Yeah. So that'd be grunge, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
Radiohead?
No, when I think of grunge, I think of like not only Nirvana but like Alice in Chains and like
Yeah.
mm, not really. Smashing Pumpkins is more like alternative. Like people get weird with their genres. Like grunge is like what's that?
Genres are weird.
Yeah, what's that other one?
I just looked up the list, actually. Can you still see me right now?
Not right now when you do that, just an
Yeah, I didn't
R.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna look up a list of actually, you know what? Here, I have my laptop right now. I Jamie, look this
Yeah.
up. Look up grunge music.
So your connection is
Alright, so it
solid except
is
for when you start moving.
is that what it is? So, like, don't
Yeah, when you start moving
don't
around,
move
it's
as
like
much. Grunge
all
bands.
shaky.
Let's see. Okay. Shaky. Nirvana, of course. Pearl Jam,
Pearl Jam, yeah.
Soundgarden, Alice in
Oh,
Chains,
that's what I
Stone
was
Temple
trying to think of.
Pilots,
Sound
okay,
the Black Hole
Mudhoney.
Sun.
Yeah.
Won't
Wow,
you?
my computers. The best thing about actually living at home is that this basement, I year round, I think it stays pretty chilly in a basement, and we did not have that luxury at the apartment,
Nah.
at the Pickle Palace.
The Pickle Palace.
Yeah, at the Pickle Palace. I was just talking about that with somebody actually. Like one of my friends lives in an apartment where they pay like 2,500 for a one bedroom, but their shit's always like the pool's always broken, the hot tub's always broken.
You live in
I'm like,
Beverly
how
Hills?
much? It's fucking Denver, man. I mean, it's like the equivalent of like New York. Even though I think after I was there, I think you guys have us beat with the cost of living, at least for tobacco for fucking sure. Probably rent too. I think it's I didn't really check too much about rent prices there, at least in the Big Apple, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've never seen except for Hawaii, I've never seen tobacco products like $15 a pack. I'm trying to like mute myself whenever for some reason I'm coffee right now. I don't get
Oh, you're good. It
why.
happens. Dude, it adds to the authenticity.
Yeah, authenticity.
Wait, so it's
Yeah.
$15 for cigarettes here? I don't really pay attention.
Yeah, no, I think it's because whenever we were, in New York, I was I always look at prices. That's just how I gauge the cost of living somewhere, and in the first gas station we were at, I think, some Marlboros were, like, 15 bucks, and
Or
I was just like,
Wawa or something like that. Yeah.
this is Hawaii shit," like, but yeah, I think you guys have us beat. I think but yeah, that's why I was just like, "How much do you have to pay?" Back to my buddy's apartment. I'm like, "How much do you have to pay to where, like" 'cause that's absurd, like, and they
No,
were
because Hawaii,
indifferent
it's like,
about
okay, you
it.
gotta import it, but New York City, it's like your import it's like one of the it's literally like the most
You're
famous city in the
inland.
world. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, you're attached to the main country. I mean, it's like California, how gas is so expensive in California. I That's another thing. I've been getting so into, like, world like shit going on in the US because my dad, you know him, he's a boomer, so news, news, news all day long.
I can't say it.
And
So
yeah, and so shit like that, I'm just California with their prices and stuff. I'm like, how? You guys are so close to Texas, like one of the biggest fracking states.
that's why I just
And
that's the main reason I don't watch the news. Like, it's just like Bill Burr said in that one, thing with Conan where he's just like, "Ah, what am I supposed to do? Just stare at it and go, ah, ah," just the whole time,
yeah.
flip out.
He's
Like,
like, it's a
after a while,
choice.
it becomes
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The domestic violence joke he had.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see you pull this out for the audience. He's like, yeah, that was a cool road trip. We were listening to that with your dad. I was curious whenever we were
And then we
listening
came
to
back
it with
and
your
we were in New
dad.
York City and we ran
Yeah,
into him. I mean, we didn't actually
that
get to
was
meet him, but
crazy.
it
I
just
still
so
don't
happened.
get it. Like, what his show is, if it's like if he's actually doing something or if
Oh,
he's just
no,
like,
so I looked it up. He's an actor and
is
maybe
it?
partial writer, producer for,
Uh,
so it's him and, Saul from
Bob Odenkirk,
Bob
yeah.
Odenkirk, yeah,
Yep.
and, not Macaulay Culkin, the other guy.
Yeah, his
They're
brother.
all yeah, they're all doing, Glenn Ross, which I think is,
Yeah.
either a screenplay and then it was a movie, I think, and then it
But
was
there it's live action play?
yeah, it's on Broadway. That's where we were.
I've never been to a Broadway show.
Yeah, it was cool, and it just like when the actors, when the show's over, people will wait outside for the actors to come out. It's just like the Tonight Show. Like they'll wait for Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel to come outside, and
I
he'll.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just the studio and you know where it's
Yeah.
playing, and then the actors will just come out. They'll say hi, and we
Mhm.
just so happen to catch them at the right moment.
So that was post-show.
Yeah, I believe so. I think so.
Interesting.
Usually
I
it's
didn't
after
know
the
that.
show.
Yeah, that was cool. So I was just thinking about that yesterday. So where we were when Mickey Mouse said "fuck you," that was where the ball drops, the New
Yeah.
Year's ball.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
that's exactly where everyone's standing. Like that time of year, there's
Yeah.
like a zillion people in Times Square right there. And then you look up at the tower, and for some reason, it's like the only time in my whole life I've never seen it. The crystal ball wasn't there. It's usually just there all year round, and then they put a
I
new.
even noticed whenever we were there, you probably even said something.
I did, and it's probably on video. But usually, so what they do is there's this company in Ireland that makes the crystal ball, and then they ship
In
it over.
Ireland?
Yeah, every year they make a new one, as far as I know.
Why Ireland?
I don't know. I went to Ireland when I was like 13, and we went to the place that makes those crystal balls, and then they shipped them over.
Mhm.
And actually, we saw one of them up close. I was like, "Wow, this thing's pretty big."
Was it?
Yeah, it was cool. Like maybe the one they were going to use for that year, like the following year
Yeah.
or something like that. But yeah, I learned that I'm way out of date on this. This is like when I was 13. So,
I
but
would not. If those TVs and those lights are on 24 hours a day, I would not wanna camp in Times Square for New Year's Eve.
yeah, I mean, you got like tons of
That's too
homeless
much
people
light.
already that are just there, you know?
Yeah,
It's a
that's
crazy it's not, like, I don't it's not worth doing, to be honest, just go. Like we did. Just
that's almost like when we were in the Miami airport, and we were in front of that TV before we went to fall asleep in the
that,
back of the
yeah.
that store, and we were just in front of the screen.
Yeah,
We're just like, this is too
they were
much.
just strobing you into, like, a seizure. Just it's just overload, it's way too much, your brain's gonna short circuit, and that's how I feel
Mhm.
about Times Square on New Year's, like, I was there on New Year's, but I didn't like, we were just in the city, and then we ended up staying late, and then it was like, "Oh, let's walk over as close as we can get," and we were still, like, a mile away because there's just that many people. I'm
Like,
like,
that was during New Year's?
yeah, it was like 2012 or so. But, like, we weren't going to the city specifically to do that. It's because like, it's just not, like, something worth doing.
It's
It's
just too chaotic, and it's not even pleasant, and people are stepping on your feet,
when
and,
you go
like,
to,
it's
like
there's
everybody
trash everywhere.
says, when you're at a nightclub and they're like, "No, this is, like, one of the greatest nightclubs in the world. It's known for this, that, and the other thing, and
Yeah.
most famous DJs," and then you go inside and you're just so like, claustrophobic and pressed up against each other. It's like, "This sucks." You know?
Mhm.
I don't wanna be here. Like, you can't even
Right.
dance or ta let alone hear anyone.
Yeah, I think my mind it's romanticized in New York on New Year's Eve, but I haven't done it in my 10 plus years of being an adult. Well, no, actually, like my 9 years of being an adult who can legally drink. So I don't know. Maybe it's not as romanticized in my mind as I thought it was.
No, the city is cool. It's just like, I mean, you take growing up being Jersey boy, you take it for granted, because it's right there.
Mhm,
But things like that specifically, if everyone's like, "Oh, I always wanted to do that," I'm like, "It's not, nah, don't do that." If
mhm.
if you're from here, you'll know. Like, I'm sure there's things in Florida that you're probably like, "Nah, it's not worth doing," or Colorado, like wherever.
Yeah, that's a tough equivalent because that's so iconic. That's like new that's worldly, like, people from everywhere see that.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't think
think
that should
anybody
be on
tunes
anyone's
in.
bucket list, honestly.
Yeah.
You have a
I
better time
have
watching on TV.
Yeah, that's true. I have seen other countries, like, they do a go around with especially with, like, China and them because they do it, like, what, like, 12 hours ahead of us, so
Yeah,
them, Australia, yeah, all the big
but New York City
cities.
is the center of the universe, so it only counts. The
Yeah,
sun revolves around New York
sure
City.
does.
Yeah,
It's indisputed, yeah.
NASA confirmed it last week.
They confirmed it on Peter Santinella's video when he was in Cocoa Beach because
He was
that's,
on the
like, the
moon.
space center, yeah, exactly. They're too interviewing aliens. Yeah.
Yeah,
How much time
he's
do we have
another
left?
inspiration for me making, videos. He's been doing a lot of US videos lately too, so
Hasn't done a Europe video in a while.
yeah, but, yeah, Peter Santinella's up there, Kirk Kaz is up there, like, a lot of
I
big.
haven't watched too much of Kurt Kaz.
Yeah, he makes similar content to what I wanna do, but, I got my own take on it.
You can't yeah, you gotta have your own take. You can't do something that's already you can, but, like, it's just
Well,
everybody loves
he's
an
a similar
underdog.
format, and because inspiration can come from anywhere, and,
Yeah.
you do your own thing. Because like, you I'm never gonna have a platform like Mr. Beast, the freaking zillion-dollar budget where they go into the pyramids, and it's like, you got, like, 10 different cameramen, you got the most expensive drones. It's like, I don't need a budget like that. People will forgive occasional bad visuals if you have good audio, so I gotta work on my audio.
That's true.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know how far that goes because people also tune into videos
Yeah, but
for
something like
that.
this, people are probably like, if they were to listen to this dribble from us, uh,
Mhm.
they'll probably watch it for like a few seconds and then just go, "All right, I'll just listen to this."
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty about podcasts and just these things in general. I've listened to really boring shit and just stayed you never know what's gonna take off.
Yeah,
That's the weird thing. As long as people don't feel fucking alone, I think that's what it is.
it's
As
that.
long as it takes that loneliness.
That's just
The
like the great joke about today is, or the great irony is that we've never been so connected, as far as we know, unless there's been like a wipeout of civilization and just a do over because of
some
that.
Last of Us shit.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Oh,
Like
bro.
like
Keep going.
whatchamacallit, we're more connected than we've ever
Yeah.
been as far as we know, but we're also at the same simultaneously disconnected, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Have you have you seen have you seen all of The Last of Us?
what, the TV show?
Yeah.
No, I just watched the 1st season. I heard the 2nd season sucks balls.
The
I don't know,
first season
maybe.
was crazy. I didn't expect that, with what's that dude from? I think he's from, Parks and Recreation. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, yeah, Ron Swanson.
I didn't
Yeah, he was
I
there.
didn't expect
It's like a
that
whole
whole
episode too,
romance.
like, his character in the game was very different, actually. Yeah. I
Yeah, I
st
don't even yeah, there's been a few things like that.
on PlayRated playratedgames.com. Check it out. But,
Yeah.
I just wrote an article about, like, I'm not the biggest fan of movie adaptations from games, vice versa, like,
Yeah.
generally, I mean, they've been getting better overall, but I'm never one to look forward to it. Phil's different, my colleague
Mhm.
slash friend that you've met. He's very much into that stuff. Like, he hates Sonic the Hedgehog, but he'll go and watch the movies. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't, I mean, Sonic's like kind of whatever to me. It's like something I liked as a kid, but I was never too into. But I haven't even seen any,
Yeah.
but I've heard they're okay, And they got the Mario movie now, and they've got like I think they're making a Zelda movie, and I don't know, like The Last of Us TV show, like it's fine. Like the first season that I saw, like it's good. It's just that um it's still not the game, you know. Doesn't resonate with me the same, and I love the game.
Yeah.
I'm like a huge fan of the first game.
How much time do we have left?
It literally just showed up. Did you see that?
No, it doesn't show for
That's
me.
funny. You mentioned that. It was what do you call that? Synchronicity. Uh,
Yeah, I had a feeling we were getting close.
yeah, I got a timer now. It says 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes.
Okay, good. So we still, because I didn't want it to shut off and without us doing a
No,
little.
it won't. It won't. We won't have an abrupt Sopranos ending.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey
The
Reed, what do you think about?
Sopranos. Yeah. Did you? I can't remember. Did you upload that video yet?
Oh, the Sopranos locations? No, no, no. I'm still
Yeah.
doing the Seaside, Jersey Shore house one, and then I'll do that one next.
Yeah. That
I
was
keep like
cool.
overthinking it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so much work. I'm like, nah, it's fun though. I enjoy doing it, especially because it's like
Yeah.
this will probably be my best video. Like every video
Hmm.
I come out with generally is better than the last one, excluding little shorts like the stupid pizza thing.
How do
But
you cut yourself off creativity wise before you upload it?
oh, like how am I just like, all right, this is good to go?
Yeah.
There's a thing about telling your brain to just shh and
Don't know
just
about that.
it's hard, man. But you just, I watch it and I just go, would I find this funny or entertaining? And
Yeah.
even though sometimes the footage isn't good enough, like it's all about the timing and the things I add to it. So I'm like, all right, just timing is everything in comedy. So at least make it funny if it's not super interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Make
Every
people
every
laugh.
It's like what like some DJs. I was with my buddy, Bodie Beats. I'm gonna give him a shout out.
Odie Boots.
Bodhi Beats. Yeah, my buddy, you met him. He was from Boulder. That
Yeah, I
guy.
can add his handle in this.
Yeah, his SoundCloud.
Mm.
I don't think he has a Spotify. I think he has a SoundCloud. He'll be glad we're doing that for him. He was I was with him because he's a really good DJ. Like his music is really good. And it's different, and I don't know what genre it is. But we were listening to a podcast. I was at his place, and one of his buddies was talking to some dude on a podcast, and he was basically they were explaining um the creative journey with every project. I'm so raspy for some reason. But they were, saying how that they feel like that they've ruined really good songs because they just keep on adding to it, cutting stuff away, saving one copy because they wanna do something else with it, and I've done that with, like, papers myself where I'm like, I don't even remember what draft is the draft I'm using because 'cause I've, like, 4 different name drafts, and
Yeah, you
but
gotta believe in what you're creating, you know? I think
yeah.
anytime I add something to it, it enhances it usually. And then
Mhm.
what I've really been learning is to cut out because you know those like 30-minute Columbia videos I uploaded. There's so much fluff in there.
Yeah.
You got to just like you got to let go of the ego and just go like, look, like no one's that interesting. You don't want to just look at somebody doing nothing. So it's like you got to fill it with, especially YouTube and how short our attention spans are now with this
Yeah.
constant dopamine. Like, um, you gotta entertain people. You can have a few seconds of
Right.
like shots where you don't say anything. You don't have to have a joke every 5 seconds, but like I'm really trying to learn to cut out any trim off the fat as much as you can. Go keto with the video.
Yeah. Keto with the
Yeah.
video.
Actually, no, it doesn't make any fucking sense because keto is high fat, low carbs. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Go keto
That's
with
why
the
we are
video.
the Philosofools.
Yeah,
Each and
exactly.
every week.
That's why our thumbnail the way it is. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
perfect Philosophials
It's a good
statement.
thumbnail for now. I mean, we could always make a new one in the future, but I'm cool with it for
Yeah. Yeah. And we finally got this going on, and we'll be able to actually do some long recordings. I think this one's a good length right now. I want to do something like I think right now, especially with what I do professionally, I need like an actual office. Like I don't think I'm gonna be doing virtual anymore though, because I'm looking for a different place right now.
I just thought so I write down video ideas for Globetrotting Guido all the time.
Yeah.
I just thought of one for me and you.
What's that?
December, Christmas in New York. Like walking around Rockefeller, I could show you, the tree and everything. It's like
Hmm.
it doesn't like that's such a magical time of year to do, and it's always fun to walk around New York in Christmas time. So if you come, take a trip out here, spend Christmas in the city,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
at
let
least
me
like December, like the whole month is
yeah.
Christmassy time. So
My brother just reminded me that I think our flight benefits and I think he said in July. I'll have to ask
yeah,
my
your
mom
mom was
about
saying
that.
that
Was she?
something about like her, which I think is bullshit. Like she should have that for life if she worked for them that long, but
No.
um, something about it gets cut off this or next year or something.
I think it's I think what it is have we still have like a standby and stuff, but not nearly we don't have the same seniority that she has now. I just they like
Womp
yeah,
womp.
yeah, it sucks.
That
I've been
blows.
so used to honestly, I'm not gonna lie though, as time has gone on since she hasn't been an employee, like the benefit I've almost paid for my own flights more like 8 like 7 times out of 10, I think I've been paying for my own flights just because
Yeah.
it's been a little bit easier,
Oh, you're a genius. You just gave me the best idea. Like, why don't we just talk about like for the next episode, because we got 3 minutes left right now. Why don't we talk about when we have unlimited time, we don't have to rush because you feel it. You feel when you're rushing in the episode.
yeah,
Um we'll talk about like travel tips. Literally, like it could be a good segue into like globetrotting, and you could start your own channel that too. We could cross promote it, but also like we could talk
Maryland.
about like, yeah, plane fare is the most expensive hurdle of traveling, and like if you can get that down
Yeah,
and you know what you're doing there, then some places are obviously significantly more expensive than others. If you go to Zurich versus Zimbabwe, you're gonna have a different time. But just travel tips and advice for all those wannabe globetrotters. Feel me?
I fucked up and I was moving around too much,
It paused
and
for a
then
second. You were just
I
staring
know.
at me.
I know, same thing with
Yeah.
you, just staring.
I
Yeah,
hope
but
I hope it is at least like since I'm recording it on my end, it doesn't look like crap. But
yeah, I was for
oh,
some reason I was gonna get up and go do something, and I was just like, "Oh, shit, I forgot." But yeah, exactly, and, there were a lot of things that I saw whenever we were in Colombia where I'm just like, "I wish I would've" so, like, I'll, uh I'll message you one of them especially because I don't wanna, spoil anything.
hell yeah,
Some, like, travel tips and stuff. I'm
yeah,
like, especially with staying at hostels and stuff, that whenever we got there, I'm like, "I didn't know this, and I wish I would've known this."
Via Harrow. Shout out to them. I'm definitely
Yeah.
back there. Like we should go to Argentina or like
Yeah.
or all the. I mean all the above.
Mhm. Yeah,
One
'cause
one
you
minute
can't go
warning.
wrong with that. 1 minute?
1 minute.
Shit, okay. Well, that leaves us long enough to
I miss you, bro.
wanna yeah, I know, I miss you too, man. We need to, so I guess at this point, we just have enough time to, like, do a farewell to the Philosophies audience,
Yeah,
or we
guys,
get cut off.
we're gonna try to do this weekly. We don't know exactly what day yet, but we're gonna try to churn them out on a weekly basis. Wait, fuck, I'm not good at that.
I
Can't
think we're matching it up pretty well. There we go.
All right, everyone, subscribe.
Alright. Subscribe. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Subscribe. Peace.
Alright, love you, buddy.
Love you, bro.
See you later.